Henry VIII. Henry Tudor, son of Henry VII of England and Elizabeth York, was born at the Greenwich Palace on June 28, 1491. Following the death of his father, he became the King of England. He had 6 siblings total, but only 3 survived. 2 were females, and 1 was an older male named Arthur, who was expected to take the throne. At age 15, his brother Arthur died and left Henry next in line to take the throne at just the age of 10. At 6 feet 2 inches, Henry towered above most men at his court while displaying an athletic physique due to his love of jousting. However, in later pictures, it is shown that he gained a tremendous amount of weight due to a serious wound to his leg while jousting. Henry VIII's midlife was relatively sad due to his weight gain and the death of the only one he considered his true wife. In October 1537, Jane Seymour produced Henry's long-hoped-for son. It was a difficult pregnancy as it caused Jane to die 9 days later from a pregnancy-related infection. The baby was named Edward. As a middle-aged man, Henry became covered with pus-filled boils from the jousting accident that opened a violent wound in his leg. The wound left him unable to play sports, causing the once athletic-looking king to be obese. His habit of binge-eating highly fatty meats was perhaps a symptom of stress. On January 28, 1547, at the age of 45, King Henry VIII died in London alongside his dead wife, Jane Seymour, the only one he considered his true wife. Henry's only surviving son, Edward, inherited the throne, becoming Edward VI. Henry VIII established the Church of England. He broke away from the Roman Catholic Church when he wanted to divorce Catherine of Aragon, and the Pope wouldn't let him. He wanted to divorce Catherine and marry Anne Boleyn because Catherine couldn't give him a son, so he hoped that Anne could, to continue the Tudor bloodline. When Henry broke with Rome, he was able to build his own church that allowed divorce, the Church of England. By building his own church, this also made him leader of it, which allowed him to marry Anne Boleyn. Henry VIII's lasting legacy is beginning the Reformation, establishing the Church of England, and the way he ruthlessly executed individuals. The exact number is unknown, but it surely reached the hundreds. For example, when he was crowned at just the age of 17, he had his father's tax collectors executed in one of his first royal acts, and even ended up executing 2 of his wives, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard. Elizabeth Barton, known as the Nun of Kent, experienced prophecies and visions throughout her life. She prophesied that if Henry married Anne Boleyn, he would die shortly, which he didn't. Henry VIII had Barton arrested in 1533 and forced her to confess that she told everyone lies. She was executed for treason, and her head was put on a spike on London Bridge, the only woman in history with such dishonor. He is also known for having many wives, 6 to be exact. Henry divorced 2 of his wives, Catherine of Aragon and Anne of Cleves. He had 2 wives executed, and one of his wives, Jane Seymour, died shortly after childbirth. Because his first wife Catherine had an affair with another man, Henry had her executed. His marriage with Catherine lasted 24 years, which was longer than twice as long as the other 5 combined. Her cousin Anne Boleyn, who happened to be his second wife, was also executed when Henry had her arrested on charges of adultery, incest and witchcraft, and then had her beheaded. An interesting story of Henry VIII is what caused him to gain an extraordinary amount of weight. He was relatively handsome in his early adult years and was especially skilled at jousting. However, jousting would be the cause of his weight gain. In a jousting tournament on January 24, 1536, he was thrown from his horse, itself armored, which then fell on top of him. He was unconscious for 2 hours and was thought at first to have been fatally injured. The injury caused his physical decline at just the age of 44. Every day, Henry would enjoy 13 dishes mainly consisting of meat like pork, chicken, lamb, and rabbit, which added up to about 5,000 calories per day, more than twice the recommended calories for a man today. He would also drink 70 pints of ale a week. The accident caused his waist size to almost double, from 32 inches to 60 inches, which was shown from his increase in armor size, and he weighed almost 300 pounds.